Hi everyone. This week we celebrated Tu B'Av, the 15th of Av. Rabbi Shimon ben Gamliel was quoted in the Gemara saying, "No happier days on the Jewish calendar than that of Yom Kippur and Tu B'Av." Yom Kippur, I understand, it's a day of pardon and forgiveness, and it was the day that we received the second Luchot. But what happened on Tu B'Av that exemplifies such great joy? The Gemara goes on to list seven joyous events. I'd like to focus on two. On the 15th of Av, permission was granted for the members of the 12 tribes of Israel to marry into tribes other than their own. Now, secondly, the tribe of Binyamin was allowed to enter the community of Israel after a period of excommunication. On the surface, they both seem to represent the theme of reconciliation, unity between the tribes of Israel. How fitting to rejoice over a united Israel, no small feat. Remember, just a week ago, we commemorated the saddest day on the Jewish calendar, Tisha B'Av, the anniversary of the destruction of the Beit HaMikdash, which was due to baseless hatred among the Jewish people. I recently came across a remarkable story of Avat Yisrael. In 2011, Zahav and Avner Henach, an elderly couple from Jerusalem, were on a visit to Mount Herzl, Israel's national military cemetery, when they heard about a program called Every Fallen Soldier Has a Story. Now this project, seeks volunteers to adopt tombstones of forgotten soldiers, since they don't receive any visitors. Now Zahav and Avner volunteered and took the grave of a soldier named Emanuel Fogel. The only information on the tombstone was his name, place, and date of his death. Zahav and Avner took it upon themselves to track down as many leads as they could to find and learn more about Emanuel's life. After much research, they discovered Emanuel grew up in Romania, with his family tragically sent to a concentration camp. There his parents perished, but he survived. And after the war, he was placed in an orphanage and eventually, in 1945, made his way to Eretz Yisrael on the ship Transylvania. Now, upon his arrival, he was sent to Petach Tikva and later recruited to Palmach's Haral Brigade. They also discovered Emanuel had a brother, Meir. And more than 50 years after his death, a military service was conducted during which a tombstone with his name, his place of birth, his age, and the name of his parents was laid in a joint grave with his brother, and thanks to the dedication and Avat Yisrael of Zahav and Avner Henach, Emmanuel's story can now be known. Mi Kamcha Yisrael, who's like you, the nation of Israel? Perhaps what Rabbi Gamliel is conveying is Tu B'Av reminds us there's no greater joy to be found among the unified people. At the end of the parsha, chapter 12, and verse 22, we're commanded to walk in Hashem's way and to cleave to him. How do we to walk in Hashem's ways? Well, Rashi quotes a Sifri, and the Sifri says, just like God is compassionate, so we shall be compassionate. So like God is one who bestows kindness, so we shall bestow kindness on others. So let us emulate and continue to march towards Elul and to focus on hastening the final redemption to the Jewish people. Shabbat Shalom. And if you'd like to learn more about that story, there's a link in the comment section below.